Greetings to everyone. For the first 2 years of my life, as in when I started my college years, I was a master pretender. Whatever I do, I was on its peak. I did everything on my best. The perfect mark sheet, the perfect paper. A teacher always loved me. Why? Because I was the perfect student she wanted. I always made sure that I was the best museum's art piece. But then that day came in. That was a day when I finally shattered. It was a finals year's group project. I did my whole research on it for 2 whole years. And the day before this project was there, on the submission, 3 a.m. sharp, my laptop died. I literally didn't know what to do. I sobbed, I cried. I was shattered totally. The so called best museum piece was shattered because I was not able to present the best. I cried for hours, thinking something will help me up. But guess what? Nothing didn't turn up. The next day morning, I went to college with a sad heart and looking downwards. I literally didn't know what to do. The teacher looked at me. Every student sitting there only wanted one thing from me: the best presenter. He is going to present the best. But guess what? I had nothing to present. That's where I literally thought being the best museum's art piece is not what you needed. You have to turn your hearts up, lit it to fire. We are not the best museum piece. We are the clay. We have to mold ourselves. We have to knead them to be a better pot. Even if a pot is kneaded well, if it's not fired up, it dries up. It is very brittle. Within its first shock, it breaks off. But when you are fired up, the pot is fired up to its brim, it becomes the strongest pot that is ever there. It can take thousands of shock and carry waters and even heat up to its highest potential. That is where we have to mend ourselves. Mending is not an easy process. It is something that we have to learn gradually. To understand the power of mending, we have to go somewhere far from the Western thinking, somewhere to the east, where the first sun rises. That is Japan. The artisans in Japan thinks different, sees different. They have a different output and outlook towards their pot as well. If a potter or an artisan breaks his vase or breaks his pot, he don't throw it away, or he doesn't use anything like an industrial glue. He does something very different. He uses pure lacquer and pure gold. Now, this vase, which was broken, is now completely transformed into something very new. This is called as the art of Kintsugi. This breaks this pot. The broken pot is now stronger, more powerful, and now is at its best peak. This pot can take thousands of shock towards itself. Why? Because it is shining more brighter than ever before. This is where we have to learn. As a Kintsugi students, we fall off. But when we have a breakdown, we do not have to fall down. During that breakdown when I was not angry at a broken laptop. I was angry and frustrated that I couldn't control it. I was angry that I failed for the first time. The so called best student, if he fails, he has no more things to do. Eventually, I submitted my project. I got a B plus with extension of time and borrowed flash drives. But somewhere or the other, I was happy and sad. I was sad that I got B plus, but I was also happy that I have something very new to learn. That is where we come up with the gold things in our life. The gold of resilience. When we have such situations, we need to grab all the opportunities. As in, during that time, when I needed someone to help me out. That is when I have to think that the resilience is within me. If I do not move with resilience, I will fail my exam tomorrow. That is the goal of resilience. Instead of not only moving with resilience, we also need something very powerful. That is the goal of adaptability. If we do not adapt to the situations, it is difficult to grow. There are multiple thousands of people who want to stand in your place. And that's where you bring in the power of adaptability. When you grow, you also adapt to the situations that are there around you. One final superpower I received that day was the gold of empathy. When I shared such situation to my friends, I literally become close to them. They knew, they shared their near misses possible things that happened to them. I was happy that I was not the only one who went through such things. Even they did. That is where we learn the gold of empathy. If you are successful in life, doesn't mean you break yourself to become the art of Kintsugi. You can be the marble statue. That is the best statue is ever presented. But you always have to upgrade yourself with skills and with more resilience towards the fire. That's where we all grow. By concluding, I would say you use the power of resilience, the gold of adaptability, and the gold of empathy towards everyone. You will grow with your fullest potential and be the best person you are. Thank you.